right, everybody, welcome back for the back nine of Magic City Mega Bowl Round 1 at Clay Disc Golf Course in Birmingham/Clay, Alabama. This is holes, I guess, course holes 11 through 21, but the tournament holes 10 through 18, right, Larry?
Yeah, I think that's correct. We should see them coming back in on hole 11, actually, when they come back in.
Yeah.
We've got Will Schusterick and Logan Bowers, Zach Melton, and Matt Orum. So far, I think everybody is under par, but they're all within a couple of strokes of each other.
Very tight race right now.
We should see continue to see a tight battle here. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
All of them under par. And yeah, interested to see how they do. It's been a kind of a windy day, and it's real rocky and lots of uncertain ground play out there. So, all right, here we go. So this is hole 11. It's a par 3, 424 feet. This is one of the longer holes on the course in the woods anyway. And this one's going to be tricky. I doubt there's going to be a whole lot of twos on this hole. That ground play that we talked about really comes in here with all the rocks. It's just hard to get a skip. It's a tight line. They really try to swing it to the left.
Yeah, there's definitely a tight line going just going down this here, and then trying to angle that over there, and you just saw that rock come into play right there. There's a lot of rocks there.
What looked like a perfect shot is going to be at least 50 or 60 feet short.
Yeah.
This is kind of a tough hole for the lefty.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does here.
Yeah. I think looks like he's going to go backhand and try to bend something. I think he wanted that to be a little bit less stable than it was. He's over by the short basket. So it got tied up. I bet Will's going to try to go hyzer flip here. Really push something that looks like an H3. And that's got a great line on it.
It sure does.
Yeah,
he avoided most of the rocks there. So.
You see he landed within 10 feet of the same spot that Matt Orum did, but just happened to land where there wasn't a rock, and he puts him 30 feet further up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a nice line from Logan. He really pushed that one maybe a little bit too straight. Yep.
Oh,
He's going to be pin high and right. That was a great shot.
Good shot.
He'll have a good chance from there for a birdie. This is one of the less dangerous greens that we're going to see. After this hole, we're going to see a couple of really steep slopes near baskets, so they're going to try and take advantage of the fact that they can really kind of run a putt here without as much danger.
Yeah, this is kind of the peak of the mountain. It's really flat up here, so.
Yeah, this is the highest point, I think, before they start heading back down. And here's Will. Only 2 birdies on the day as well for all divisions. Wow. That doesn't really surprise me. This is a tough woods hole. Oh, Will.
Yeah, you called it at the beginning of the hole. This is a tough 2 for everybody.
See if Logan is going to be one of those 2 twos. He's definitely got a good opportunity.
Oh, and a little low.
Yeah. The 2s did not come from our lead card. There's Matt in for 3. I think all of the guys are going to drop in for a pretty easy 3 here. I know they wanted that too, but like I said, this is a tough one. There's going to be a lot of more opportunities, easier opportunities for a 2 than this one. At least there was no disaster here. Nobody found the OB or rolled down the hill.
Good star par to get out of that one.
Same score as the rights. Gone.
All right, so now we're going to move on over to hole 12. And here we go back into this is clay right here. Sloped greens, sloped fairways, a lot of stumps. This hole plays a little bit left to right, so you're probably going to see some forehands here. I would guess 3 forehands and Zach's lefty backhand. This hole really plays. I mean, it'd be hard to throw a backhand and land correctly on this hill, just the way it slopes. It's like Matt got off a good shot.
Oh, wow.
Kind of hit the last tree you had to beat there.
Those trees right there in front of it are kind of set up as a, it's just a big guardian placement.
Yeah, really either
Almost.
side of those trees and you're fine. And this sets up nicely for Zach's left-handed backhand here.
Well, he said you can get off the tee pad before something changes there.
He got a tree, but it looked like it pushed him up towards the hill.
Yeah, that's a generous kick for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He got away with one there. And Will's going forehand. You know it's a forehand hole. A little bit tight, but I think that's going to work out because he's going to hit high on that hill and slide forward.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Look at that. Yeah.
What a kick.
Yeah, so he really played that hill well. Hitting high on that hill really gives you the ability to push forward and not end up too low. And then Logan, he's pushed that way too straight.
Yeah, he's got to get that inside.
That's going to be a rough spot.
That is not ideal.
Yeah, and I know, like I said earlier, he's a predominantly forehand player. He was really probably looking to capitalize and get a 2 on this hole.
Yeah.
But he's got it.
That's a great upshot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he'll get that 3. And here's Orum for a long look at 2. He's probably just outside the circle.
Oh,
nice.
That. Bring it up.
Got another run back here.
Another run back.
Yeah, I think he's probably about 45 feet here. This looks like a... Yeah, it's nice. You can kind of see there. I mean, the basket's actually above his head. It's way up that hill from where he was.
That's a solid putt right there.
There's Zach for his 2.
Yes, sir.
Nice putt.
Bro.
Will with a great ground action there. He's pretty much parked.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Nice 2 for him.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Logan's going to clean up. Par. All right, so hole 13. It's par 3, 259 feet. It's going to play up and over this rise. And the basket is just over the top of the crest of this hill. So you really kind of want to land something at the top and slide to the basket, because if you land where the basket is, you can see that it slopes way down. It's real easy to go 50 feet by this basket in a hurry. Probably going to see some putters, maybe mid-ranges out of these guys trying to land and slide to the basket.
Yep.
Matt,
In the basket. Go in. Come on.
might be a little bit hot.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Yeah.
There is,
See, that's what I'm
there is
talking
nothing
about.
but trouble back there. That barbed wire fence is down there. I mean,
It's a long putt.
Yeah.
I've been down there before. Here's Zach. Looks like a judge, a putter of some sort. That's a much better. See, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Just hit the ground right there at the crest of that hill and just kind of slide in with something slow.
Did I get there, you think? Yeah. I mean, he's 30 circles edge, 25 putting down the
This
hill.
is one of those holes that
4 par.
it doesn't take a huge shot to make a great shot, but boy, it doesn't take much to get you way off track on this either.
Will's a pretty good putter thrower. I expect to see him get close here. He's kind of sawed it off a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of ground action for
a
a
lot
slow
of ground
disc.
play. A lot of spin on that thing.
That's what happens when you throw it as hard as he does.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure what this disc is. He throws it a lot. I wonder
He
if
has thrown that thing a ton.
maybe a Rhino or a Gator. It's not a fast disc.
Camped out
He's
there
gonna
next
be
to
up
Will.
Yeah, right over there by Will. And that's not quite as far. It looks like he got lucky catching that log. He could have rolled a lot further than that. He can one like this on the last
Whoa.
hole. Oh, not quite. All right, go for 2.
Oh, wow.
Caught the last chain. It's not going to hold it though. And Logan's got almost the same putt.
Now let's see if he can knock this down.
See if Will gave him a read on that green.
There. Oh, wow.
No.
We just
How did
niced
that
it.
not stay in? That had a lot of chains. That's got card the lone
Yeah,
birdie on
making
the
it
card.
look easy.
Yeah. It should be easy. That hole, I know that all 3 of those guys that got the par there are really thinking, how did we miss that short one? feel like that's probably one of the easier holes these guys are going to play today.
And he's caught some bag breaks in this round.
Sure. He really has. He didn't miss that putt. it just didn't quite stick. All right, so hole 14, par 3, 306 feet. This one's way up the hill. And
this is a tough hole.
You have to get way left. They're not playing to that basket. They're playing to this basket over here. And I tell you, it's hard to get something all the way up this hill and swing as far left as that basket is. I'm interested to see how close these guys can get.
Yeah, I didn't get to see somebody. I didn't get to see any drives on this hole, but boy, I heard some stories about some wild predicaments folks got in.
So it's real easy to do what Zach just did, which is to push it too straight. You know, you're trying to get way up the hill, and he crested the hill, but he pushed too straight. It's hard to get way left. And then, you know, Matt here saws it off. That's the opposite. You know, he's trying to play it real tight to that left-hand side and just didn't quite get it out of his hand. Let's see what Will does here. It's also a little inside. Oh, he caught one of those little trees. That was a decent line. If he could,
he's gonna be in a little better shape than Matt on that.
If he hadn't hit that tree, I think that his would have pushed all the way down to the basket. But you really have to hug that left-hand side on the hyzer. That's gonna be straight, I think. Yeah, he's back there with that. Yeah, this is another hole where the video doesn't quite do justice to how far up this hill these guys are throwing.
Yeah, but it's, like I said, it's a tough hole.
Yeah, it's way up that hill. Here's Matt from the jungle. Oh, great throw. That was a fantastic out.
What a shot.
I don't even think he could see the basket from where he was over that rise. Yeah, like I said, Will, not a terrible lie, but that looks like it almost got away from him. Got away with it.
Getting back towards the downhill now, so that wind's coming back in play too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start seeing the leaves blowing back there.
I think after this hole, the holes are going to be predominantly downhill.
Yeah, everything after this is downhill.
A couple of drastically downhill holes.
Oh, that's a good putt.
Good par save there for Logan. I think we're going to have all pars here. But again, I didn't see the stats on any of this, but I would be really surprised if there were more than a couple of birdies on this hole. At 306 feet, it probably plays more like 350 or 370, and it's a really tough line.
And like you said, the uphill combined with trying to get left so quick once you peak, it's tough.
Right, so
how about that up shot from Matt?
Yeah, that was a great shot from Matt. Like I said, that was completely blind. All right, here's a tricky little hole, par 15. It's 259-foot par 3. There's really only this line here on the left, and you have to get over this fallen tree, this log, which is probably 25 feet or so short of the basket. But anything that does clear it has a serious chance of going way down the hill on the left or straight. There you can kind of see just how many trees there are. It should set up nicely for the lefty backhand. It's actually a pretty tough forehand. That's a great shot from Zach.
Yeah, he should be real happy with that.
This tree right here, you can see off the tee pad, really kind of pinches off the right-handed forehand. So you're going to see probably backhands from these guys just trying to float something slow right over the top.
That needs to get right.
Turn, but yeah, it's going to hyzer out on him and get way down the hill there. I think he got lucky and caught a tree, and maybe it didn't go too far. You can go way down that hill if you're not careful.
Luckiest thing I got.
I have been way down that hill. So.
Yeah, I've birdied this hole and I've sixed this hole. It's really relatively short. I know all these guys are looking for the 2. All right, I was kind of surprised to see Will going forehand here.
I would say he's lining up the forehand.
It's definitely there, but it's kind of a tricky to get it up and over that log and by that tree. That's looking low.
Clear, get on.
You get stuck on that log.
Yeah, there it is. Now, he'll be just inside the circle, I think, right there. So it's not the worst place to be. There's he turned that over. Yeah, see, I think that tree was in his head. Like I said, you see him how he just kind of
Yeah, it's kind of
his
forcing you
reaction
to.
there. You know, it's that tree is just—it's in your head more than it's in your line.
Forcing him to make a less than desired throw. Oh, that's
yeah,
not
he was
good.
trying to make that. He was definitely trying to make that. Yeah, it slopes down on two sides there away from that basket. Oh, good bid, Matt.
Yeah, that's a good bid.
Coming out of the jungle over there, he almost put that in. Here's Logan to save par.
Oh, wow.
Man, just an inch or so low.
Good run.
All right, and here's Will for his 2. This looks like he's about 25 feet. Maybe a little further than that. It looks further away on camera, but I've been there. I know it's not much further than that.
I'll say this though, him hitting that log is pretty. That's a pretty safe play.
It was
really.
good. Yeah, it was.
Because it's not sliding off anywhere, you know.
And it was good that he just hit that tree too, because he would be down there with. All right, Zach with the only 2 on this hole. That hole really does set up well for that lefty slow putter shot though. All right, hit a couple 3s, and it looks like Logan is going to take the 4 and drop him back to even for the round. And Melton warming up. He's 5 down. Orum's 4 down. And Schusterick's not far behind at 3. All right, hole 16 is a par 3, 285 feet. It plays more like 100 feet. This hole is way down this hill. The drone footage doesn't do any justice to just how far down this is. If you miss this basket on a hyzer, you are going to go 100 feet left. You may even see some jump putts off this tee pad. It would not surprise me a bit.
Yeah, I've seen people jump putt it.
It looks like Zach's going to go tomahawk.
Yep.
All right. A little bit early on the ground, but that's not terrible. We'll be above the basket. He should have it relatively easy up and down. As long as he doesn't try to.
It kind of gutted on that.
Yeah, we had an ace in MP40 on this hole the same day.
Really?
Now, Ben Arlinghouse
Okay.
aced this hole. Oh, and that's what you were talking about right there.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's
So
way
far
downhill.
downhill.
He did not match the angle very well, and that just floated way down on him. See, it will correct off that a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
he
too high
definitely-
also.
Yeah,
Way too
now
high.
it's looking left too. Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about. You go 100 feet left down the hill if you see the high. And Logan, here he is. See, this is the jump putt. Looks like he's lining it up.
Oh yeah, he's.
Yep. And that's got a pretty good
easy.
line. Watch out there, Logan. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Kind of land a little high in the basket, let it filter down.
Oh, there and there's the ace just popped up on your screen there.
Yeah. Zach's going to land it up. Dude, that first time I ever played the Mega Bowl was 3 years ago, and there was an ace on this hole in my card.
Yeah, it. I don't know if anybody else got it the rest of the weekend, but this is definitely a popular one. Oh
Yeah.
wow, good run.
It's way up that hill, man.
It sure
That was
is.
a long putt. Logan.
And Logan's.
I tell you what, his putting is not quite been on today. He's probably lost 4 strokes within inches. That one was just a little bit left.
I don't know if you just saw that scroll by. The MPO average on this hole is 3.26.
Wow. Over par on this hole.
Yeah.
It's not the shortest hole in the course, but it probably plays as the shortest hole in the course. For sure, it's way down that hill, and but it's a tough 2. It really is. As we just saw, there were no 2s.
Yeah.
All right, so hole 17, par 3, 280 feet. That is not a Mando sign that you see there. It's just trying to direct you where the green is. And you can see that it's kind of tucked in around these trees. It's really protected. For such a short hole, it is really difficult to access the green here. Probably going to see some more forehands. Probably a lefty spike hyzer here out of Zach.
Oh, big one.
Nice high. That's going to work out a bit. Yeah, a little short left, right, I guess, from his perspective. I think Matt's going to do something similar. Big high, forehand spike hyzer.
Oh wow.
Over the top of the trees. You just kind of throw it up there, hit the top of the trees, and hope it drops down by the basket. I don't think that one did.
I think that's good.
The look on Matt's face says it did not.
Oh, he has no idea from the tee pad.
Yeah, that is not what he was. I don't think that's the throw
Yeah,
he was
push
looking
it.
for.
Come on.
There's Will. I think that wind is really playing havoc with him here. Oh, great
at
shot
that.
from Will. You know, the wind is probably blowing them left to
Oh,
right,
yeah.
like into the trees here on this hole from the direction they're going. So that actually looks great.
No, that's
I think that's going to go right in the opening there.
Look
Yep.
at that. What a
Look
great
at
shot.
that shot. Yeah, Logan played that perfect. He got the wind read off the other three guys. He really got to hang out. You notice this was a little lower, a little bit wider. And he got a little lucky in those trees there at the end. Paid off for him. Zach didn't really have a great line there.
No, he did not.
Matt doesn't have a great line here either, but at least it's a little bit open there. Oh, just short. Here's Will for 2. Yeah, there we go. Great birdie from Will. Here's Zach for 3. Matt's going to tap out for his par, and now Logan finally going to get to drop his birdie in.
That's a good bird right there.
That's a great shot. Alright, so we got a couple holes left. Hole 18 is the 17th hole in the tournament. So hole 18, par 3, 366 feet. There is a Mando right of one of these trees up here that we're passing on the left. And these guys are going to kind of throw a hyzer shot down through this gap, try to stick something close to this raised basket. It slopes away. There's OB barbed wire fence down there somewhere. This is a tight line, really tight line off the tee pad.
Yeah, this is a tough throw around that Mando and then to push back right to the left again. Right
Will
after you
has
pass the
hung that
Mando.
out a little bit too far right. He is not going to have made the Mando yet. He's still, I think he's going to be down there in the, well short of the gap. And Logan looks like a pretty good line there. Yeah, a little bit straight. I think he wanted that to hyzer a little bit more, but he's going to have a look for sure. It'd be just below the basket, probably around circle's edge. So Zach's going to go forehand here. That's a middle. I bet you that's a felon. Man,
I bet you're
A
right.
little bit long. A little bit long. Man, he's going to be a little bit further down the hill than.
Yeah, like you said, that barbed wire fence does come into play down there too. So.
That, oh no.
Oh, that looks like he missed the Mando.
That definitely missed the Mando. He sawed that off for sure. So Will is forced to go to a roller here. He's way short in rights. See what he managed to pull off here. Oh, looks like he had a good angle on it. He kind of caught that last limb before it got on the ground.
Well, he was deep in those woods, though.
Yeah, he was. So here's Matt from the drop zone. I think he's going to stick this close. Yeah, so he'll have a pretty easy 4 there. Now we're going to have Will. This is his 3rd shot. Also lay it up. Yeah, that was a nice long.
Sure
punch right
was. That
there.
was smooth.
That was real smooth. All right, here's Zach. He's close to that OB fence back there. I don't think he's in it. For such a good drive,
Good shot.
He had a really terrible angle. So here's Logan's the only one that really has a look at the 2. Oh no! Man, I tell you what, he has been
The most
right there all
unfortunate
day.
putts today. Yeah.
That's his 2nd one that's caught a lot of chains and gone out the left side. Tell you what, it would he's probably 6 inches from being 4 or 5 strokes better in this round.
Those are tough. Those are tough to have several of in one round.
It looks like he's throwing the disc pretty well. Maybe he'll bounce back in the 2nd round. All right, this is the final hole, which is hole 21 on this course, 21A, par 4, 785 feet. Through a very narrow tunnel down here on these through these trees. What you can't tell at all from this tee pad is just how marshy and muddy it is down there in that grass.
Yeah, it rained for about 3 days the week before they played this round, and
everything kind of slopes down that hill. And see Logan trying to go over the top. I think he's going to catch a tree there. Yeah, he's going to be right in the middle of the fairway. Now here is Zach doing what I think is a genius move. Zach is lining up a big hyzer here, and I think he is going to throw it up to the top of the hill and try and land near the short pad for this hole. Yeah, there it is. Right, so this is like
wow.
This is a good move. That's a pro shot. You know, he just took that tunnel completely out of the picture and just played up there to the top of the hill near the AM pad. Here's Will.
Oh,
Sawed that off a bit. He's going to be in early on the left.
Oh, an unfortunate roll back into the fairway.
That was a nice roll. He's going to be really happy about where he ended up, considering how bad that shot was. All right, look at there, highest scoring hole in the back nine for MPO, and I can see why. That shot where Matt just went, there's water down there. I don't know that he found it. It doesn't show it on the graphic, but yeah, see, there you go. There's Logan having trouble with his footing. Just walking down there where these guys are driving from, it's very muddy, very slick.
Yeah, it's very slick down there. That just holds water, you know. And this is a temp hole that we just put in for the Mega Bowl. It was designed by one of our local pros.
To get some leg. Oh, that's going to be in a rough spot.
And unfortunately, that 3 days of rain right before just kind of
yeah.
ruined
You
it.
notice all these guys have thrown their second shots. We still haven't gotten to Zach. Right. So Zach is going to be way up here on this hill, and I don't know that the camera is going to get a great shot of this.
Yeah, just to the right is where that AM pad is.
But that is a beautiful shot. That's going to be marked. It's going to be marked. I think Zach's going to turn and say something to the camera right here. Zach's looking for some applause there. Nobody's clapping.
That is a tough out right there.
Oh, goodness. That was Logan from the trees. Now Logan again. This is him throwing 4, I think.
Good shot.
That's a great shot.
And that's Will out of the trees. And now Matteo's got kind of a long putt. This is about 50 feet down the hill. Maybe 60. It's longer than it looks on camera. Alright, so here's Will dropping in. Par. That's a pretty good par from where his
Pretty good
drive
par
was.
for sure.
Logan taking a 5 there in a bogey. Matteo taking a par, and Zach the lone 3 on this hole. He is
What a great second shot.
Yeah, I think that if given a chance to do it again, they all might have played that hole the way he did it. And that's going to wrap it up for the first round of the Magic City Mega Bowl.
Zach and Cam Colblaze are tied at the top after one round.
Yep, Matt Orum looks like he's going to be down there on the second card. Will maybe on the third. So it'll be exciting to see what these guys do in the second round. So their second round is going to be played at the Civitan course. Is that right, Ben?
That's correct. Yep. John LeMaster Disc Golf Course at Civitan Park. So we hope you guys will be back for round 2, and we'll be back with you then.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for watching,
Thanks for watching.